Welcome into the Oklahoman's video studio. Time for our monthly segment with our friends from the Better Business Bureau going up on a Tuesday. It's Trust Tuesday, and Kit Letcher is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Good morning. Hi.
Good morning. And you brought friends.
I did. Ta-da!
It's actually a very big segment. The Torch Award winners.
Yeah.
I'll just deal on our guests real fast. Megan Drabeck from Drabeck and Hill. We have Tabor LeBlanc. Get this correct, Homes by Tabor, and Scott Dennis, the CEO of Oklahoma Allergy and Asthma Clinic. Congratulations, welcome into the studio, and as she mentioned, good morning.
Well, thank you. Good morning.
Kit, last week on the social medias, I saw you and your crew delivering a lot of smiles.
We did a little price control style award winning. So we took out the Torch Awards for 2018 to our winners and delivered them to the staff directly, because we know whenever companies win awards like this, it is because of the great work that their employees do.
Sure.
And while you have somebody who's leading the charge, like our three winners here, that's awesome, but we really want people who are in that business to understand that they are also the winners, the recipients of that award.
Tell us more about the Torch Awards.
The Torch Awards were started really to highlight and lift up businesses who are doing just amazing business in our community, that are doing things ethically, that have high integrity, and really demonstrate that from the top down and also out to their consumers.
So how do you measure integrity and ethics?
It's really difficult, actually. It's a lot harder than it sounds.
Sure.
Because we look at
Seems like a subjective type thing, yet
it does.
You kind of know it when you see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And we look at things that the businesses offer to their employees, how they promote ethics in their workplace, how they handle complaints. So if they're just brushing people off and they're not really answering the complaints, that leads us to believe that maybe they're not putting ethics and integrity at the forefront of their business. But what these three businesses have demonstrated is that they have woven ethics and integrity into the very fabric of their business. So they talk about it daily. Whenever they're doing their staff meetings, they're talking about it. They're demonstrating it from their top leadership. So how they're working with customers, but also how they're working with their employees face to face.
So when you saw these three, what was the reaction last week?
A lot of smiles, as you mentioned, but really...
Don't let her in. We don't know who these people are. No, it was like, come on in, guys.
It was come in with your balloons and cookies. And
yeah,
they asked where the big check was, and unfortunately we don't do that. Maybe we need to come up with a big award certificate that we can deliver that looks like a check.
Price is Right style, yeah.
Exactly. But it's exciting, and it's really exciting whenever you get to talk to the staff and the employees at each of their locations and what it means to win this award. And what was really great is you can see the impact that it makes. And I'll use Oklahoma Allergy as an example. The nurses were on break, and they were in the back, and they were having pizza and just enjoying some downtime from a very busy day. And when they came out and we explained what the award was, when they were leaving, it was exciting because they're like, oh my gosh, we do make a difference. And you can hear them talking about, wow, this is really cool. So you get to see the work that they do, and it's reflected back to them because they make a difference in people's lives every day.
Megan, I'm born and raised in Oklahoma City. I know
Yes.
Drabeck and Hill from all the commercials and the branding. You guys have been in this market for a long time.
Since 1961.
1961. What
Yes.
keeps you guys going? And tell me about the corporate culture that you guys have there, or the company culture.
You know, for us, ethics and integrity is something we deal with every day, and I really feel like that is what has kept us going for almost 60 years. My grandfather started the business in 1961. My dad took over, and now my brother and I are in it. We've learned from the best. They just really exhibit integrity and honesty in everything that they do. It's just throughout the business.
Seems like an obvious question, but growing up, did you say, hey, I want to stay in this business, or did you think, nope, I want to go somewhere else and do something different?
You know, I started out saying, no, I want to be the furthest from it that I can possibly be. You know, I want to travel, and I want to do all of these things, and not have much of a part of it. But just the older I got, the more I was in school, I just realized that this is something really special. And I can't say that, you know, a lot of people grow up thinking, I really want to be a heating and air technician or someone in the industry, even a contractor in general. But it is something that's special, and it's a legacy that we can forward on, and it's something I can give to my kids, and it's something, just a service that we can provide our community and be proud of it.
Is this something you noticed from your dad and your grandfather, how they treated people, maybe?
Absolutely. I hear stories all the time of, you know, my grandfather went out, it was the middle of the night, and my dad woke up, it was the middle of the night, our CO detector was going off, our water heater was leaking all over the floor, we didn't know how to shut the water off, and it's those stories that just make you, you know, I'm proud that that's my dad, I'm proud that that's my grandpa, I'm proud that I can continue this legacy and help people in a very genuine way.
Nice, very nice. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Scott, we were joking as we came in. I was like, man, I think my allergies are bothering me. Wait a minute. You're in the allergy business. You probably hear this all the time.
We do, and especially with Oklahoma being, unfortunately, one of the worst places to live with people who have allergies.
It's good to hear that from an expert, because it sure seems like
it feels that way.
It really, really is. And similar to Megan, our group has been around since 1925.
Oh, wow.
And so having a few years under our belt.
Knocking on 100 years.
Yeah, almost coming up 100 years. So, and we really, you know, we serve generations of families very similar to, you know, people have been here for quite some time.
Right.
And we see ourselves as part of this community. And to be around for this long, you have to have some ethics, have to have some integrity. And, you know, to have that and have people trust you with your health care, that's paramount. I mean, that's people putting their care in your hands, and you know what we do is we do that every day with the patient care. But I think going through this process, it shows that the ethics we show by providing patient care extends throughout our entire operation.
Probably is a lot of word of mouth and families. I went to my general practitioner since, I don't know, I was single digits in age. It's one of those things that when you find a doctor, a practitioner, or a specialist, you stay with it, especially if I like the service, I like how they treat me.
Absolutely, and on top of patients staying with us, we've also had the luxury of having very long-term employees. Just last year, we gave an employee her 50-year PIN.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
And we have numerous employees that are over 30 years. And so again, I think that just speaks to how we do business, that people would actually spend a large majority of their life within the same organization.
Well, and you guys provide such a great service, especially in this
That's
state.
incredible.
It is,
Yeah.
it is. And we have 5 locations, so throughout Oklahoma City, 2 here, 1 in Norman, 1 in Edmond, and 1 in Midwest City. So we try to really branch out to give people convenience to come see us.
Gotcha. Tabor, tell us about this. Your company, Homes by Tabor. How did you get started, and how did you know hey, I want to build houses?
Well, I got started 18 years ago, so I'm not around as long as them. But
you're working on it.
Yes, and so 18 years ago, next month is when we started the company. My father-in-law was a longtime builder and developer in Edmond and Oklahoma City, and so twisting his arm enough got him to get me into the business.
So you saw that and you were like, hey, I want a piece of this action. I like what you do here.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, seeing how my wife grew up and the things that he was able to provide, it was definitely something that interested me. But also working hands-on out in the field, that was something that getting out there, getting dirty and sweating and hard work I wasn't scared of.
What sort of houses do you build, and do you specialize in a certain area of the city? Or the
We build all around the Oklahoma City metro area, okay. From Edmond to Norman to out west in Mustang, Yukon, Piedmont, Deer Creek, and about to be in Choctaw as well. And so we build houses for first-time buyers, your move-up buyer, as well as your downsizer as well. And so we have houses across the metro from under 200,000 to up to 400,000.
Very good. And is this a busy time of year for you now that the weather's apparently kind of calmed down?
Well, for sure. Right now, we've been hitting record sales and record closings as well. So summertime's always great, a great time of year for home building. And
I would assume you can tell me more about your crew here, that they're up and at it pretty early to beat the heat.
Oh, that's for sure. Yeah, you start seeing people start getting out as it gets lighter. 5 in the morning, and then taking a break for a couple hours and coming back later in the evenings.
Very diverse field of winners here, and you mentioned last year you had 2 finalists, and we should say, what's the process beyond this now?
So now what we've done is we've taken these 3 finalists and we've actually submitted them for the International Torch Awards.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that a bigger torch?
It's way bigger, and it includes all BBBs across North America.
Wow,
so
cool.
It's a really exciting
you were just mentioning
process.
There's one in Mexico City, for example.
There is, and there's multiple in Canada. So it's a great system, and what's exciting is we'll find out in September if we have any winners.
And again, two
Last
finalists
year
from
we
last
had
year.
two finalists, yeah.
Again, no pressure, guys. Last year they had two that made it finalists. So.
We're looking for the golden envelope, so make it happen. We asked if they could redo their application, but they said no. So we're good to go. We feel like they've got some strong contenders this year.
Definitely. Well, guys, congratulations. Thank you so much for your time and stopping by this morning. Kit, always good to catch up.
Thanks, you too.
More Better Business Bureau can be found. Information can be found on their website at right there, bbb.org/Oklahoma City.